Hey guys, this is Salamanders to game 3 against the humans. I'm here with Neil. Say hi, Neil. And basically, turn 3, Neil's just set up, and this is pretty much what I've got to deal with. This is my deployment zone, so this side of the board, and he's deployed up pretty damn close. I've got lots of tanks, so let's be entertaining. I start this mission not on the board, so my first turn's coming on, and I've got my forces split roughly in half, so we'll see what happens there. So guys, see you guys back after my first turn. Guys, end of my first turn. This game is I move, my opponent shoots, then assaults, and then same again for their turn. Right, first off, I came on, pretty much deployed everything. And then Neil got his orbital bombardment in the first turn.
That's quite lucky.
Wiped out a squad that I had there. And then through a process of shooting, he's taken off two Terminators from Vulcan's squad. And pretty much 2 squads. I've got 1 lone squad left from all his shooting. And he's got all that. So things probably ain't going to go too well for me. So it's on to Neil's turn. He's about to start movement. Then I get to get some revenge. So we'll see how that goes. Chat to you guys soon, or else it's going to be a very short game. Right guys, it's end of turn 1 for Neil. So Neil, if you want to take us through.
Okay, I moved very little. My Sentinel moved from there over to here to try and get closer to the Terminators because it's able to deal damage to them. The Hellhound moved round to get closer to the last squad.
Well, last
guy,
yeah, trooper.
But this Lumen Rough drove back a bit to get some cover against the Engine of Woes, but that was it.
Yeah, so when it came to his firing, it was my firing. So I took out about 4 guys from that squad there with the Engine of Woes. Pretty much fired everything I could at it. And then the Mortis here, fired into the building there, took out the squad there. So at least I got 5 points. Might actually score less than Brian in one of these games actually. And then I ran Vulcan, so we'll see what happens. So my movement next. And no assaults declared yet. Let's see if I can do something with my strategic assets. So, right guys, we'll catch you guys shortly. Right guys, that's the end of Salamander's turn 2. Well, not a lot doing. Moved a few units around. Vulcan was there. I moved him up and then ran him. In the last turn, so he moved and then assaulted in this turn and just took out a weapons team. The job was made easy by Neil because he tried firing a battle cannon at Vulcan and it scattered back onto his own weapons team. So Vulcan charged through and then he got a 6 for consolidation, so he's coming in onto this unit here.
And they're pinned so they can't move next
time. Yeah. A funny thing I remembered was whilst Vulcan was over here and Neil started his shooting phase, went into a thing called Song of Entropy, which means all his units in line of sight have to take a pinning test. It was like pretty much infantry there all the way down here, and then anything else that could draw a line of sight. However, he's got a couple of commissars around, so they were stubborn, so they just kept their leadership.
Everything else was at -6.
Yeah, I was lucky I rolled a 6, so it's minus D6 modifier. So I was lucky there. Pretty much anything that could have caused me damage apart from vehicles and a couple of units was stopped from firing really. Unfortunately, this tank hiding around the corner got a penetrating hit with one of its weapons onto the Engine of Woes. Excuse me. So he's got a weapon destroyed. So he's taken off the Thunderfire cannon, was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got to try and multi-melter everything to death rather than template weapon it all. So, and yeah, I'll move the Contemptor around, so I've got a few things left on the table. You know, it's turn 2 and I'm almost wiped out, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what I can do in my shooting phase in Neil's turn, and then we'll crack on from there. Right guys, see you shortly. Right guys, let's end turn 2 for the humans, so Neil, if you want to take us through.
Okay, I moved the Sentinel slightly to get line of sight there and there, so just to see what comes around the corners.
Yeah.
Rotated the Hellhound to face what it can hurt. Stormtroopers moved this way to try and intercept Vulcan and the Terminator just there. But they probably not going to do too much, but we'll see. And the tank moved up to try and keep line of sight.
Yeah, so in the shooting phase I tried to shoot it with 3 multi-melters and it did absolutely nothing, so we'll see what happens there. Although I did get 1 wound with a multi-melter into that squad on the shooting phase. Anything else move?
Oh, the Chimera reversed a bit and then moved this way.
Yeah, that's like there, yeah.
Yeah, that's all my movement.
So when it came to shooting, as I said, I fired multi-melter into there, took 1 off. Contemptor fired into that building there, took out the weapons team, freed up the objective, but I've got nothing that can claim it unless I get one of the strategic assets working. The Flamestorm, the Landspeeder fired its Flamestorm cannon and just reduced that squad down to 2. They passed their leadership test and stayed. Then Vulcan flamed, got a nicely packed squad there. Hit 9 of them, was it?
Yeah, and killed
them. And we've got the little guy just there running away. And I suppose we should have done the Terminator on that at the same time. Really. Oh no, it was shooting attack. Sorry, I thought I was combat there for a second. No combat so far. We'll see what. Oh yeah, and the scouts up there in that building there. They fired in onto the command unit in there. Frag missile took out 1. Yeah, caused 4 wounds, but it took him on his bodyguard, and 1 other made an armour save. So not too bad round of shooting. I've got a good few points racked up. There's about 20 points racked up so far. Digging on in. Game's not over yet. I've still got orbital bombardment to come in, so been rolling for that. I rolled a 6. I wish Neil had rolled that earlier. Would have been quite handy. But never mind. We're going on. My turn 3 movement, and we'll see what I can do. Alright, ciao for now. There you guys, it's the end of the Salamanders turn 3. Bit more productive. A few things going on, but moved everything up pretty much. Survived shooting from battle cannon. When I moved, I tank shocked the 2 units, they moved out the way. Survived the battle cannon shot from that unit there.
Yeah,
that tank.
And the las cannon from there.
And the las cannon from the other side. You see there.
These guys shot.
Oh yeah, the autocannon shot the land speeder, didn't do a lot. Thing you hit, but you didn't pen. Yeah. So, and then over here, there was a unit that came towards it. Oh no, it was your shooting phase. I survived your shooting attacks on there, and then Vulcan survived a whole unit shooting at him and 2 battle cannons,
which killed 3 of my own guys.
Killed 3 of his own guys, and the heavy bolters sort of didn't do a lot. Yeah. So 1 Terminator and Vulcan still going strong there. Assaulted into the unit, pretty much killed him down to a man there.
Yeah.
So they're off the board. Consolidated an inch, puts me out of line of sight of the 2 tanks. So hopefully a little bit more interesting going on in a bit. So, right, moving on to Neil's turn 3, and we'll see what happens after that. So we'll see you back here soon, guys.
my sneaky plan failed.
Right, guys. We just had a rather interesting turn 3 for the humans. Well, Neil, if you want to take us through it.
Okay, I moved my sentinel up to try, to have a plan of maybe assaulting the contemptor to keep it pinned up.
But a lucky round of, 12 shots, all hitting, kind of stopped it.
Yeah, it's got immobilised and shaken.
Yeah, immobilised, shaken, so I just can't move or shoot in my phase. So that would be quite handy for a little bit later on.
Yeah.
So
move the hellhound up to here.
Yeah.
It's ready for some shooting next turn.
It could get entertaining.
They move round. These guys move through the building. I got a 6 for them, so they got their full move.
Yeah.
My tank that was here moved round to try and again keep line of sight.
Yeah. In the shooting phase, I got a couple of lucky hits with pintle-mounted multi-melters and got one penetrating. Got a 6 and it exploded. So then the Flamestorm cannon off the land speeder wiped out the unit that was in between the building and the engine of woes, and got the orbital bombardment down finally. It was like turn 3, I couldn't get less than a 3 on a D3, so brought it down, direct centre there.
There was a Chimera there.
Took the Chimera out, took a few wounds onto the command squad. Killed 4 there, and took a few off here.
And wiped out the platoon command squad there.
Oh yeah, there was 2 troops left that were moving up. Got rid of those, and I think you passed your leadership, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and what I failed to do, forgot about the scouts. Always forgetting about the scouts.
Indeed, now.
Yeah, we'll do them before we move on for the movement in my next phase, and then we'll see what they do. So, guys, start of turn 4 for the Salamanders coming up next. See you soon. Right guys, this is end turn 4 for Space Marines. I finally got my replacements in. Got a squad come in, combat squad done. I'm trying to get for the objective up there. Might not be able to, but it's worth a shot. Tank shocked that unit there. They moved from where the Land Raider is into the cover there, and I brought the Land Speeder down to have a go, and then I've got this combat squad here to have a shooting attack back. Move the Contemptor around, so that's still immobilised. That's it for the rest of the game, really, isn't it? Yeah. So going after the tank there. So we'll see what happens. Vulcan moved and assaulted in. Took out the command squad. Left the Terminator sitting on the objective. And he's coming this way for the squad. So we'll see what happens there. Could get quite interesting. Because we've still got a couple of tanks. And we've got this unit here still running. So if they carry on running, hopefully I get another 5 points there. So we get into the latest stages of the game. So I'll hand it over to Neil for his next turn. And we'll catch you guys soon. Hi guys, end of Salamanders turn 4, and yeah, I just got confused with where we go. It's this I move, he shoots sign type of thing. It's right pain. No, it's your turn.
Yes.
Yeah. See, we're both confused. Right, so if you want to take us through what you did there, Neil.
Okay, the hellhound that was here turned around to get better armour against them. Sentinel was immobilised. This squad moved closer
squad
try and take back the objective.
That was there. Funny story. Come on to
they're not there now. These guys rallied, so they can't move this turn. Those guys didn't move.
They haven't really done a lot all game, have they? We kind of forget about those, like the scouts over there.
Because they hide.
That's what they do.
They stayed put. That was... I think that's all my movement.
Yeah, so when it came to the shooting, was it the turn before? I think I took about 31 shots off you. at this squad that they survived. They dealt the punishment back, about 10 shots back in, and dealt about 8 casualties.
I think they dealt 1 casualty.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, they got one casualty after the cover saves, and the land speeder with its nice flamestorm cannon
killed 10.
Just got rid of 10 of them. And the squad here, they had a couple of goes at the sentinel that was there. It was down to the Contemptor, fired another 12 shots into the back of it, and then the 2 cracked missiles, and finally took it out. The scouts over there, they fired into the 2 tanks that were there, got rid of those. And then Vulcan was over here, he flamed out, took out all but 2 of the squad.
Yeah.
Then they failed their leadership test.
Yeah, so it was just the Commissar and the Sergeant. They failed their leadership test. Commissar shot the Sergeant and then passed the leadership test.
Yeah, so they passed and then
assaulted Vulcan.
Yeah, it was your assaulting, so what happened there then?
Yeah, the Commissar assaulted Vulcan, trying to retake the objective on his own, and just died.
Yeah, kind of got, what do you think you're doing? So, yeah, not bad. It kind of hit us sort of halfway through Neil's moving my shooting phase that I seem to have been able to have pulled things back slightly, even without the reserves coming back on. The replacements. So I kind of ran around the board, mixed things up a bit. I've got one objective, which is the main one over there.
Just under the Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator's holding it like a good little boy. Everything's a bit too far away. I've got caught up with the shooting here for a turn. This squad hasn't really done a lot, so they might move. If I can get them within 3 inches, which I doubt. That's about 18. We'll see what happens, and might even have a go with Vulcan and the Basilisk there. See if we can get another 5 points. Might be a bit of a cheeky one. Right guys, we'll see you guys soon. Right guys, end of Salamanders turn 5. The battle for me is now over, near enough. Just see what I can do to Ian in his in my shooting phase in his turn. So right, what happened was move these troops up, got shot at, not a lot happened. Move the Contemptor around as well, it's kind of covering if these can't do anything with those. Engine oils moved up, didn't really do a lot. I forgot to fire it at the Basilisk, but I just decided to charge Vulcan in because his strength 9, he kind of managed to get rid of it. He left in his movement phase. He left the Terminator alone on the objective, and he moved on. Luckily enough, right within flaming range of those, and I've got the. I can't move. I can't shoot with the land speeder anyway. Because lucky hit from the autocannons. So I've got one objective. Don't think I'll be able to get the other 2 objectives. So I'm kind of hoping. Because he's fought so hard for that objective that I'm going to get some well-earned points over there. So hopefully some really nice points under that model. So we'll see. Right, on to the humans turn 5. Right guys, that's the end of turn 5 for Neil and the game. So what happened there then, Neil?
Right,
so I'm still in shock slightly myself. But
there was a squad here. They moved up to try and get in place to assault the tactical squad.
It kind of got sandwiched in between
5 Marines and the Contemptor.
A Contemptor and the 5 Marines. Although after I shot the Contemptor, I thought, well, there's this squad over here in this building that we've all forgot about, and I could have done some damage, made them flee at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on.
I had two weapons teams here, but since they couldn't shoot, I decided I'd try and assault Vulcan and deal some wounds. But
moved them up. Vulcan flamed one of them, wounded a base, and snipers across the board. Took out the last one with probably the two best shots ever, because both of the hitting guys managed to get rending. So it's quite impressed with that.
Yeah.
This unit here in the shooting phase ran up. Like I said, they've got to be in the building and within 3 inches of the objective to get that. So I didn't get that one. Didn't get that one because I've got nothing near it. So it's all down to what that lone Terminator is holding. So Neil, if you would please.
Okay. And this is the 50 point, but it should be the 50.1, but I put it in the wrong place.
So yeah, Neil did say that was 50 points just as we were finishing up before the video. He didn't check, but he was adamant that was 50. So
I was meaning to put the 51 there rather than over here. But
damn it. Oh well, we should have rehearsed this before we came on camera. So
that is the 50.1.
So maybe I'll be edit out that little bit. Now we'll see what the video should be good anyway. So it's been a good game. Bit of a horrible way to start because obviously I had a couple of squads here, and Neil brought in his orbital bombardment and took out one squad straight off. So it wasn't too good. And then he had all his other guard firing in onto my other unit and reduced that down to one man that lasted about 2 turns. So I managed to bring a squad back on, which helped. I've lost all but one Terminator with Vulcan. The land speeders actually managed to survive, so I was quite surprised. On its own, it survived, done quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
Whittled down your forces quite nicely. So what's that all together then?
You managed to actually kill 20 squads and vehicles, so it's an extra 100 points.
So 100 points onto the 50 that Neil said he was guarding. I don't know, I gave him two Space Hulk counters of 1s for 10s and a 3 for the 50.
Just got them mixed up.
Yeah, never mind. So, yeah, a good game. I've got some points to go away with to try and figure out what to do with. And I think man of the match from my side has got to be the scouts, really, because without those, they managed to take out a couple of tanks with rending shots, and they've managed to save Vulcan having to hack and slash his way through some enemy guard again. I would ask Neil, but he hasn't really got anything left on the board that's been fighting. They've been cowering in the building.
Taking the occasional pot shot.
Yeah, the occasional pot shot, ineffective. Was it you couldn't see the Marine, so you went for the Contemptor?
But
So,
it didn't hit.
yeah, so I've been standing up for about, I think we did about 3 hours for that game. So my feet are killing me. Neil's not looking too comfortable, and we've got another game to go. So we've got to play Neil's first Orc mission, so we've got to do a readjust and then get onto his videoing. So guys, a surprising game for me. Didn't think it was going to go as well as it has done, and looking forward to moving on to Orcs next. So we'll see what I pull out of the bag for that one. So guys, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Neil.
Bye.
And we'll catch you on each other's channels rather shortly. Bye for now.